story. It's written on the wall of what you did, what I did.
Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Houston facing the Magic. And the Magic start out with the ball. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And featuring two of the best bigs in the league, Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
Well, one of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Akeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game, and there are some elite ones doing it now.
Wired a little bit differently than guys of the past.
They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those players, obviously, to step out and shoot the three-point shot. So modern-day game, modern-day play.
Pass to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shaq. The shot that time, not on target. The Rockets go the other way with it. Down low. Capela. And here's Tucker. Misses the three. And here is O'Neal. Defended by Paul. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Now here's Harden. Over Anderson. And the basket by Harden.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Here's Hardaway. To the paint. The kick out to Anderson. Count the basket. Grant's got his second basket of the night.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Carmelo Anthony, one of the most formidable scorers ever. Top 20 in points all time in NBA history.
Here's Hardaway. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And when Melo's driving like that, good luck stopping him. He is welcoming that kind of contact.
And when you think about Melo's scoring back to the basket, facing up, so versatile as a scorer.
A combination of strength, quickness, and touch that you rarely see. He can go around you, through you, or shoot it right over you.
Here's Nene. Pass to Ennis. Five to shoot. Houston moving it around. And the shot's good from Nene.
Some good court awareness that time from Brandon Knight. He's a creative guard who has a good feel for when his guys are open.
Now here is Hardaway. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. And stolen by Scott. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And the dunk by O'Neal.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Nene, the screen.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back. He wants to stay on the floor. 2000 the first. Tough to overcome. Man, that 2003 draft class, just an absolute monster. And Carmelo Anthony, the third pick that year. Think about it, LeBron, Melo, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Heck, 3 or 4 of those guys played together, but all taken in the first 5 picks. What a great draft that was for the NBA.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game.
Timeout, timeout.
And it'll be Orlando with their first timeout of the game right here. On defense, Houston. Davis sets a screen. Here's Shaw. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low. And the shot's good from Nene.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Here is Shaw. "15 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Bowie. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. And that one hits back iron. First quarter wrapping up here, and clock, it's a tie ball game. Let's take a quick. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
And it's the Rockets with the ball, following the bucket by Orlando. And it's blocked by Scott. And he's able to get it back. They get the rebound. Goes up again. Rebound by the Magic.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now here is Hardaway. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Grant. And Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
And it's Gordon missing.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
The Magic shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Now here is Hardaway. Knocked away. Pass to Harden. Green breaking loose. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And here are the Rockets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Grant gets the rebound.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
And the wide open shot from Green.
Timeout.
Nailed from three-point land.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Turner with the screen. Pass to Rollins. Shoots over Capela. That one wide left.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Harden. Offensive rebound. Screen by Capela. Lob pass to Capela. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the basket by Shaw.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Screen by Capela. To the middle. And the dunk by Capela.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Orlando trails by 6. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
Pass to Royal. But he gets it back. Here is Shaw. Turner with the screen. Another shot. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Here is Shaw. And Capela sends it back. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shot by Gordon, wide open. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Royal can't get it to go. The three. Here's Capela. And that's going to do it. Some good defense. And so we wrap up the first half. Rockets ahead as they end the second quarter on a 15-4 run. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Rockets leading by 11. Harden outside. Pass to Tucker. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range. Tucker's got the first basket of the second half here for the Rockets. It's Hardaway with the drive. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Brandon Knight.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
Well, the team needed just a bit of momentum shifting back to their side. They're excited. Let's see if they can maintain that excitement long enough to get some damage done.
Here is Harden. He has 6. Stolen by O'Neal.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Screened by Grant. Pass to Scott. Now, here is O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. And Shaq with the slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now here's Anthony. Over Scott. It's hauled in by the Magic. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
Now O'Neal. James Harden missing on the 3. Outside Anthony. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
That's his first personal foul.
Clock at 6. From 11 feet away. That shot no good. Nice D from Scott. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J.Tucker. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Now here is Hardaway. He has 5. To the paint. Here's Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Now here's Anthony. That one drops for him. Tucker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate, good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Screen by Capela. Back to Anthony. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Now a timeout called by Orlando. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Turner with the screen. Here's Shaw. Here's Bowie. Kept alive. Here's Turner. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Gordon. Nene, the screen. Swiped away. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Yes, that goes in. Royals got his first 2 points.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
Again, the miss by Anthony.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe late.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Rockets ahead. They lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Orlando trailing here. Turner with the screen. Pass to Royal to take the lead. Drains the three-pointer. Royals got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Orlando. Screen by Capela. And the dunk by Capela.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Bowie. Inside. Royal. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And both free throws good for Royal. Screen by Capela. Anthony in the corner. Pass to Ennis. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Timeout, timeout. And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Orlando's coach talk to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Grant in the corner. Tries again. And it's Shaq laying it in. And the Magic lead by 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Hardaway. Sinks that one from the post. Hardaway has got the lead up to 4 now for Orlando.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
Now the exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
The 3 from Harden. Outside, Green. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, competing hard down the stretch. He wants the ball. That time, he delivers.
Yeah, he's a dangerous scorer in general, but there he zeroes in on what matters most.
In the corner, O'Neal with it. Outside Hardaway. Good. Hardaway has got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Right side, Green. And here's Harden. Over Hardaway. They get it again. Pass to Tucker. From deep. Harden, no good.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
Orlando leading by 3. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Anderson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Anderson has always been a dependable role player, a strong forward with a gorgeous stroke there from deep.
And he does get the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And it's Houston's ball. Pass to Harden. C.Paul. Now here's Harden. Guarded by Hardaway. Capela. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 7 points for Clint Capela.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
And Clint Capela is going to pick up a foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he is unable to get the second one. Houston trails by 3. Pass to Tucker. In the corner. Harden can't tie it up as that one misses. And the Magic with possession. Hardaway, no good. Harden outside to tie it up. And no good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 5. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Anthony. Shoots over Scott. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Stolen by Tucker. To the middle. Some solid defense from Grant. Orlando with the ball. Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge.